All right, welcome back to the Crypto ZX channel. If you're new, please consider subscribing, but you guys know what time it is. I'm going to be giving you guys my daily analysis on the price of Jasmine. I'm going to talk about something quite interesting, which one of the people in the Jasmy community pointed out to me. And if I look at it from that point of view, I look at it from a totally different angle because as you guys know, I made an update on Jasmy, and that was, of course, because the amount of requests that people have had for Jasmy is absolutely insane. So I gave my personal thoughts on Jasmy, and some people did not like my personal thoughts, and that is because I think, this project, there's a lot of shady things going on behind the scenes, but of course the community is huge, right? The community is massive, so that could be a huge plus point for Jasmy this bull cycle, to carry it to the level. And of course, being one of the biggest Japanese coins, that could also be a huge deal. And in terms of being on the major exchanges, it's also not missing that. It's listed on pretty much every exchange that you can think of. But if you're looking at Jasmy, it's now no longer in the top 100 coins. It has gone down into the top 200. Of course, we're seeing altcoins absolutely exploding, so a lot of them are being shuffled. But what you're looking at Jasmy doing is it's down about 8%. But a quick reminder, guys, on the weekly time frame, this thing is up 128%, as well as 189% on the monthly time frame. So you don't want to be forgetting about that. But I did indicate in my update, which was just I think yesterday, that I think what's happening with Jasmy is pure manipulation. But manipulation does not mean it could end. Manipulation means it could lead to something massive. So let's take a step further, and I'm going to share what I heard from one of the viewers, and when I look at it from that angle, things kind of make sense. So before I do get into that, as always, just a quick disclaimer: anything on this channel is not financial advice. Always do your own due diligence and research when you are investing in cryptocurrency. So if we're looking at the price, 0.15 cents, down about 9%, like I said, over the past 24 hours in USD, Bitcoin, and Ethereum comparative. Market cap currently sitting at $723.4 million, with the 24-hour trading volume currently sitting at $386.1 million. And I asked my community just about 21 hours ago, and this is people voting, not myself, so don't come and start attacking me. Of course, I did indicate in my last update that I personally think a lot of manipulation occurring in a bunch of whales or massive exchanges are trying to really pump up the price of Jasmy. But you can see this for yourself. I said thoughts on Jasmy. 1,300 votes have come in, and you can see 25% think it's organic move, and 75% are saying pure manipulation. Because like I said, not a major announcement that is causing this move. But now with that said, as I've indicated earlier, even in my last update, there's pros and cons, and I listed pros and cons in my last update. If you did not watch that, do go watch that. The biggest pro, in my opinion, for Jasmy is the fact that it's one of the biggest Japanese coins, and number two is the community support. Your community support is really massive, because now the fact that everyone thinks that this coin could be the next 100xer, everyone is going insane. But me personally, of course, we're in a bull market now. This is one thing I want you guys to keep in mind. We're in a bull market; anything can happen. We see projects with zero, long-term potential that go absolutely insane. But outside of that bull market, who knows? Who knows? But if you're looking at Jasmy right now, 0.15 cents, and as I've indicated to you guys before, in terms of its market valuation, we're very close towards the market cap all-time high already. But the amounts of coins that came into circulation, that is something, a big red flag that needs to be obviously looked at, because throughout the last 2 years, we've seen so many new coins being added into the circulation, which has been very inflationary, right? Not deflationary, inflationary. So it's absolutely insane. So of course that put a massive negative pressure on the price of Jasmy. But now the fact that we're very close to its total supply, the community coming together can really help this out big time. But the one thing that is worthwhile noting is 21% of, I think 21 or 27%, don't quote me on that, but around there, the overall supply of Jasmy is owned by one single exchange, which is Binance. So Binance can single-handedly be a deciding factor for Jasmy. One bad announcement, we saw, speaking about bad announcements last, mid of the year, where, they said that they're, moving into an innovation zone. Guess what happened to the price? Price tanked heavy. And, those are the things that, you need to keep in mind. Massive, massive risk factor when you look at it from that side of things. But one comment that came in that kind of made me look at it from a different angle is that, Jasmy could be the next Dogecoin. Now, you guys might be saying, Crypto ZX, Jasmy's not a meme coin. But what this person meant was they agreed with my overall take. They were understanding what I was stating. But they said, the community has so much power that, this could post something like Dogecoin. And speaking about Dogecoin, zero utility just ran through the community back in. And of course, we know the Elon Musk support for this. And it went towards an all-time high in terms of market valuation, guys, of almost $85 billion. Yeah, you've heard that correct. $85 billion. So, could Jasmine pull 85 billion? Again, guys, that does not mean just because Dogecoin pulled 80 billion, Jasmine would do so. But what I'm basically trying to say is Jasmine has a market cap of, 48 billion, right? And, we could see a massive short squeeze. If we tend to see Jasmine pulling up to some levels that, obviously I've indicated in my last update around the 5 cents specifically, and some people think, that this is too, inflated or something like that, and we see massive amounts of shorts piling up, we could see Jasmine absolutely sending it, causing a short squeeze, which could take the FOMO, to another level. So when you look at it from that point of view, a very interesting take. And, this is where, risk factors comes into play. So if you are, thinking something similar, then, I hope you understand the amount of risk you are taking. Just because, now people will come out and say, oh yeah, Jasmy is the next Ethereum, Jasmy is the next Solana, this and that. You want to really understand what that means in terms of usability of this project, building a massive amounts of partnerships and stuff like that. Never know if that happens. Of course it can help it in a positive way in terms of its price, but we need to look at it from every single angle. I don't think it's gonna be the Solana or all of that stuff, but potential in this bull market. Yes, I could see that happening, especially if you take it from that point of view, which I've just talked about. So what you're seeing happening with this price right now is it's seeing a little bit of a pullback. So let me go on the hourly time frame and show you guys. So of course, volatility for Jasmy is going to be insane. I hope you guys realize that because this coin can be easily, when I say easily, it could be in a snap of a finger manipulated. What you are looking at is on the 22nd was its yearly high at 1.88 cents, almost 2 cents. We retraced down to the support line, which is really a nice indication that the resistance played out as a nice level of support, literally exactly at the support we touched, and we saw a bounce back, and we're holding pretty good around this level. But keeping that in mind, if we lose let me see, 1.46 cents, then there's a strong chance that this could make its way back down to 1.238 cents. But these are some factors we need to keep in mind. But as far as its momentum goes, momentum is still definitely there. Whether it's manipulation or not, I think this can cause more upside due to obviously the time we're in, the current market we're in. This could be something huge. Again, risk factor is absolutely insane, but again, what a lot of people didn't do, especially the Jasmy. I know a lot of people were not happy with my overall take, but I'm going to give you guys my personal thoughts. I'm not just going to sit here and just make up things. Oh yeah, I think Jasmy's going to do this and do that, and it's such a good project. I just don't personally think that. There's a lot of red flags. I'm sorry, there are a lot of red flags out there. If someone can come and explain to me why the circulation supply has increased so much over the past few years, if you can kind of back it up with some things, great. Then I will look at it from that point of view. But as of now, I did my research. I cannot find any credible, backing to why we saw a huge, amounts of tokens getting unlocked. So were those VCs from Japan that were investing? Who knows? But these are some factors that we need to keep in mind. Let me know down below what you guys think. Love you all. See you tomorrow in Crypto ZX, and peace out.